Kamala Harris has raised a whopping $200 million in the week since she became the Democratic Party's presidential candidate. That's what her election campaign announced on Sunday, adding that Harris has also signed up 170,000 new volunteers. This as Republicans continue to hammer Harris over her record as vice president. Kamala Harris told her supporters, "We got a fight ahead of us and we are the underdogs in this race. But this is a people-powered campaign and we have momentum." The day after I announced my candidacy, we saw the best 24 hours of grassroots funding in presidential campaign history. She added, "And you may have noticed Donald Trump has been resorting to some wild lies about my record, and some of what he and his running mate are saying, it's just plain weird." President Joe Biden ended his re-election bid a week ago and immediately endorsed Harris for the 5th November vote against Republican candidate and former President Donald Trump. Since then, Harris has also received endorsement from former President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle Obama, the most towering figures in the Democratic Party, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, and most influential Democrats in the US Congress. Polls over the past week show Harris and Trump essentially tied, setting the stage for a close-fought campaign over the 100 days left until the election. Trump's campaign said in early July that it had raised $331 million in the second quarter, topping the $264 million that Biden's campaign and its Democratic allies raised in the same period. Kamala Harris has secured, as we said, the support of a majority of delegates to the Democratic National Convention, likely ensuring that she will become the party's undisputed nominee for president next month. Biden withdrew from the race amid questions about his age and health following a faltering debate performance against Trump in late June. Biden has pledged to remain in office as president until his term ends on the 20th of January next year. Harris's takeover has re-energized a campaign that had faltered badly amidst Democrats' doubts about Biden's chances of defeating Trump. A New York Times Siena College national poll published last week found Harris has narrowed what had been a sizable Trump lead, while Trump had a 2 percentage point lead over her in a Wall Street Journal poll. A Reuters Ipsos poll published on the 23rd of July showed a 2-point lead for Harris over Trump. Republican attacks on Kamala Harris, the first woman and first Black and South Asian individual to serve as US Vice President, have intensified in recent days. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis recently said Harris was incredibly vapid and predicted that Democrats would issue a blizzard of lies to distance Harris from the Biden administration's policies on immigration and other issues. DeSantis said they have to whitewash Harris's background to be able to make her palatable to the American people. Some Trump allies, including members of the Black Americans for Trump coalition, have warned that disparaging Harris could hurt the former president in his outreach to black voters, a crucial demographic in the 5th November presidential election. And then there are analysts who say Kamala Harris had one of the best weeks that have been seen in politics in the US in the last 50 years. This is going to be a very close race, they predict.